Hello and welcome back to the channel, it's me Lunas, and today we'll be continuing the vintage story run. So I'm out at the moment gathering wood for charcoal production. I did decide to gather a bunch of horsetail and cattail while I'm out as well, so I can make more bandages. And where I can find them, I'm grabbing a decent amount of berries as well, as this area is fairly untouched in terms of foraging. I've only been here before, or passed here before, marking off some caves when I was on the search for iron originally. This is an oak tree. I'll completely fill up on horsetail for now, up to 1 stack, and then I'll see if I can fit the oak tree in my inventory. Okay, that's not very far away. Kinda struggling to find some now. Oh, here we go. Right, I'll grab this one. I'm gonna mark it off, just in case I don't have enough space to carry it all. I'll come back and grab the rest. Always there. I know for a fact that I'm gonna need quite a few of those in my inventory to even bring this down. Probably gonna take like an entire minute to cut it down as well. I can deal with the boat one, I just don't want any drifters. There we go. There you are. I won't even bother trying to search it for stuff. I need as much space as I can possibly manage. Oh, that must have been a fairly small one. Oh, hello. Well, I guess I'll head back anyway. I should definitely have enough for at least one charcoal pit. Spell, do I have any of that? No. Actually, I should probably make a shovel. For now, I'll chuck all of it in there. Nearly at a full stack of flax seeds now. So that should be a fairly decent harvest when I actually start growing them. I'm not sure how many gears stack, but I'm on 58. And then I have 11 in my chest. I've actually been earning them fairly quickly. Like a lot quicker than I thought I would. But I have been coming across a lot of ruins. Alright, I shouldn't be killing too many more enemies, so I'll empty the flax fibers out. And then I need to make a shovel. Now that I'm actually doing this, I'm gonna save the actual coal I have for as long as possible. Three by 3 should be fine. And then I'm gonna need one of those. For now, we'll see how much this does. And then obviously I still have this as well. That's only half filled. Practically just enough with all of it. Right, and then I think I do this, and then I make a campfire there. just need a little more. Okay, that should be fine. Right, and then while I wait for that, I need to make some more ingots, copper ones, so I can make trunks. Alright, I'll probably just go for 2. Alright, that looks like it's working. I can leave... Wait, I gotta figure out what I gotta leave and take. I can make this there, I can make that there. I will take the molds though, and then all of the cookware and that. I'll leave the food till later, just because I can eat quite a lot of it raw, if I really need to. But I'm probably gonna be able to forage somewhat on the way there. It's a semi-decent distance. Like 1400 blocks. Oh. What do I do? I guess I can gather up what I want to take while I wait for that to cool down. If I take all my tools, then I know I have them. Take the bed, because I know I'll leave it behind otherwise. Then I have 3 additional slots. Most of this is junk, I can just leave it, but I'll probably end up taking the sticks, flint, and bony soil. Could probably leave some of the temporal gears here as well. Once I get my elk, the distance, well, the time to travel will only be about 2 minutes each way. Maybe even less than that. Are those still 800? I'll take all the gears. So I only need 31 more for an elk. But I don't have any of the parts I actually need to equip it. Which is something I want to think about doing soon. Basically, as soon as I get here, I want to start thinking about farmland. And I want to start thinking about hunting. And despite being a black card, I know my proficiency isn't 4 ranged, but to be fair, they aren't actually that bad with ranged weapons, so I'm probably gonna make a bow while I'm there. I already know what one I want to do. I think it's a longbow. Yeah. But I need to... it's the best one, I think. I will double check. Longbow, 3.75. Oh no, a recurve bow. But I still need the bow stave. Which I need to dry. Everything else should be easy though. The leather might be a little bit off, but I can definitely do a bit of hunting early on just to make a small amount of leather. Yeah, I can't actually really go until I have I mean, I suppose I could. Hang on. Let me rethink about this. If I do that, put all of those back in there, and then take the trunk. I have a trunk there that I can just dump everything in. I don't really need the iron. Okay. Then put that in there temporarily. This can be left because it's so cheap. And then I still need one of the hammers. So I'll leave that behind. The axe is cheap and it takes up a slot. I'll leave that behind. And then maybe I'll take these, because it gives a couple of extra slots. Yeah, I'll do that for now. And then by the time I come back, I can use that. Not sure how many trips I'm gonna be able to do a day though. Right, where have I got aim for? Right, I wanna slot straight through there, essentially. And then run around the lake to the... Yeah, if I take the northern way around the lake, it's a lot closer. Last time I was going, like, I kept going round by accident the mountain. I was struggling to actually get in there. New cave. Mark that in black. Not sure if I've actually been down there or not, but... Okay, double check. Yep. Pretty much straight ahead. Alright, it seems like the journey is gonna take around 3 or 4 hours each way, which is a little unfortunate. There is a lot of food, like, on the way though. Now that I'm doing this though, I can finally sort things out that I've been putting off for a while. Because to be fair, I should have started growing crops probably a while ago at this point. Not that it's too late, but it'll probably mean that some of the crops get stunted due to the heat. Usually if you can get a batch down early, it doesn't get hot enough for the turnips and onions and stuff to struggle with temperature. Wait, where am I? Oh, I nearly went around the wrong way. I don't even think I really explored any of the caves around here at all. Like, even briefly, so there could be a lot of untapped resources here. Right, it still doesn't seem like there are any bears around in this area, which is a big part of the reason why I decided to choose it. I know there's one that way, but I believe it is just one, and it's like 300 blocks away, like 200 to 300, so it shouldn't come anywhere near here. And if it does, one is definitely something I can deal with a bow. Come on, focus. This bit is actually really open. Right, I'll mark this as home, and then I'll put... Wait, hang on. Okay, no, that doesn't go anywhere. I was just checking I wouldn't be harassed. Okay. Right, they go in there. That goes down so I can find my... so I can see it from afar. And then these will go out to save space. Yeah, I should be fine to head back now then. Actually, I brought a whole bunch of tools with me. I should probably store them here. I want to do this in as few trips as possible. Ideally, 2. So the next one I have to be really picky with what I'm gonna and not gonna take. And then if I end up needing to go back that way, for any reason, soon, then I can grab anything else I want. Alright, I didn't see any berries really on the way I took. So I'm gonna take a couple of mushrooms. Okay, my sanity was going down. I need to double check that the pot I put my stuff in isn't the cause of that. It might have just been a spot I ran past. I can easily move, the area's pretty big. I highly doubt the entirety of it is temporarily unstable. Hopefully that bear doesn't kill all these boars. Okay, I was able to get here a bit quicker than I expected. So it's about 3 hours if you're like fairly efficient with the route you take. Well, no, more like 3.5 by the time you actually get there. I ran straight past it, what am I even doing? Right, I might be able to get the forging done, or smithing, by the end of the episode, and pick out what I do and don't want to take. Definitely gonna take that though. I will need to leave the rope here, and the only reason I'd even bother taking the rope is to make another one of these, so I will take this. Take those, take that, take those. Obviously the seeds. I do want to take this. No, this. Which means this gets left behind as storage. I'll leave the flax fibers here as I'll need them here. I'll take the weapons with me though. Yeah. And then I'll just eat the bullets. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Stack those up into one. Do I have enough planks to make 4? Yeah. Then do that. have 2 hammers. I can probably afford to leave the hammer mold behind to take the crucible. Yeah, I'll do that. Right, I'm gonna end here though, as I have quite a ways to make it back, and I don't know if there'll be a good enough point to end on the way, due to it being medium rift activity. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, as it massively helps out, and I really appreciate it. Thank you again, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.